And those are some of the spots. If you, Hayakawa has got to vary his shots more in offense. He just hits it hard every single time. Has to play a little bit of a slice sometimes, or the short drop shot to Simon Light.
That's a good serve again. I know they won the rally anyway, the Japanese pair, but that was probably a beautiful example of what you've just said, that the variation in attacking play, if they'd just played the block a little earlier on, or the drop shot, instead of hitting the hard smash, they probably would have won earlier.
Yeah, for sure.
Nice block.
Service over. 16, 12.
You know, I think her understanding of mixed doubles and her playing more mixed doubles now, and Matsutomo, I think it's made a big influence on her women's doubles as well.
I think so too. She's not just in their women's double, but they're just not just moving the shuttle around the court. They're actually trying to win the rallies.
Yes.
Not just playing it around the court.
17, 12.
Yeah, that is, to me, is why they're now getting through to finals and challenging. And the way they played the first semi-final this afternoon against the Korean women's doubles pair was completely different to the women's doubles they were playing a year, 18 months ago.
Yeah, I didn't actually get a chance to watch it, but they have changed their style a little bit.
Yeah. Now this is where the Olympic champions are so good. You know, it gets close. 11-12 was the scoreline. All of a sudden they pile on the pressure. 15-11, and now 18-12. Those crucial points, those crucial little phases of a game. Ooh. Yeah.
They just show the play at such a high level all the time. So if you just drop off a little bit in your level, it's difficult to keep up with them. So the Japanese, just for a few rallies, played a little bit, made a few mistakes, and they're off on a good run to the Chinese pair.
What was that you were saying? You can't hit through Zhao Yunlei. I think Hayakawa needs to listen to you.
Right now, Hayakawa does some of the things that you can sometimes get the Japanese players to do, which is from almost floor height, play it flat to back at you. And he's almost doing that every single time he gets the shot near the floor. He just tries to drive it anyway. And they just, the Chinese pair is punishing it every time he does it right now.
Yeah. Game point opportunities already for the defending champions. Oh, indecision there between the two Japanese players. Yeah, first time of asking. 21-14. 21-14, 17 minutes of play. And the Olympic champions, well, at the moment, they just seem to have all the answers needed at the right times within the games. But to see the Japanese pair really sticking with them and making them fight the whole way. Chinese coaches there. Zhang, two-time Olympic champion with Gao Ling in the mixed doubles. And Liu Yong, who's world mixed doubles champion in 1997 in Glasgow. Just on the court, the perspiration dropping down from the players needs to be mopped up before the start of this second game. They're still discussing tactics.
Second game. Love ball. Play.
So the Olympic champions having won that opening game 21-14. Oh, indecision there. Yeah, that was interesting that he tried the drop shot. And so I want to ask you, from your personal point of view, if you were on court right now, you're playing against a pair you've never beaten, you're one game down, what do you say to yourself psychologically? Do you say, I mean, obviously no athlete says, oh no, heck, here we go again. Do you say, right, I'm throwing all caution to the wind, we take every half chance, okay, we will lose some rallies, but we threaten the net at every opportunity we can, or do you stick to a more conservative game plan?
Actually, I don't think it would be conservative to stick to a game plan. I think that's the most difficult thing to do when you are up against it, and it's really difficult. If you have a game plan, if the Japanese have planned a game plan against the Chinese player, they should just stick to it and really believe in it. But first of all, I would make sure that my body language didn't drop off, and my shoulders were high, and my head was held up high, and I showed the Chinese pair that I was still ready.
Yeah.
And it seems like the Japanese pair just... The body language isn't that good. Even though they're winning some rallies, they're just like Hayakawa goes back to his coach all the time. But the most difficult thing to do when you're up against this is sticking to a game plan and not just doing whatever you want.
Well, it's fascinating stuff because, you know, obviously I sit here watching players, you know, and obviously I have the freedom of being able to look down, and sometimes when you're on court, you know, the feeling is very different from when you're watching off court, and I sometimes wonder to myself, you know, well, this isn't working, why don't they do something different? But from an athlete's point of view, it's so interesting to hear what is really required, and that mental discipline of saying, no, this is the tactics we've discussed and what we believe in, and we have to stick to it.
Yeah.
Great stuff. It's so difficult to get it past her, isn't it?
Let's hope the Japanese pair can get into the lead just by a couple of points. I would think that it would give them the confidence to maybe make it close.
Yeah. Well, I like the reaction at the end of that rally.
Exactly. That's what we need to see from Hayakawa. His men's doubles reaction where he's fired up and ready to go.
Yeah. Of course, finalist at the All England Championships 2 years running in the men's doubles. Oh, my goodness gracious. It's exciting stuff to watch, but couldn't help but think as it was in progress, somebody changed the pace.
Exactly, and as I said before, Hayakawa needs to be fired up, but not during the rallies. Then he has to play with his head. He just hit it hard 10 times in a row in that rally.
Yeah.
Change the pace up a little bit on Zhao Yunlai, and maybe play a clear over her head sometimes. Make her work a little bit.
Yeah, interesting.
He needs to block those shots to the net, Hayakawa. Block those shots to the net or play it over their heads to the baseline.
And this is what we were alluding to really in the opening game, isn't it? That, you know, it is very different being on a mixed doubles court and having that understanding and that instinctiveness that, okay, in your men's doubles you may be able to get away with driving it, but in the mix this is very different.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think, as I do, that mixed doubles is the most complex of all 5 disciplines tactically? Obviously not.
It's difficult. I think sometimes it really depends. If, like, you can really win easy if you have the right tactics against the pairing mixed doubles. And you can really feel if you have the wrong tactics, that is the most difficult game in the world.
Yeah.
It's completely impossible to win.
Yeah.
I think mixed doubles is the only discipline where that is so true. I mean, in the other disciplines, you can sort of get away with a few more things and you can change it up a little bit. But sometimes in mixed doubles, you just feel like it's impossible, or it's very, very easy.
Good net shot. Very good rally.
6, 7.
In mixed doubles, you can sometimes feel like the other pairs are playing on a third of the court and you're playing like a double court. Your own side is so big and their side is really small, and it just makes it really difficult.
Just 1 point deficit now. Level. I think the thing that maybe intrigues me, because I've come from a different era to you in badminton terms, and when I was playing, you know, it was very much a feeling that the woman was the weak link on court, and you know, get the woman to the net and get her out of the way as much as possible, and 2 guys would sort of battle it out on 3/4 of the court. Nowadays, I've seen such a development in mixed doubles of all the disciplines. Women badminton players now have such good defences. You can't ever consider really that necessarily the woman on court is the weak link. And that, to me, is perhaps why I think that it's so complex, that tactically you have to be so astute, because you've got to build the rally. In the days when I was playing, a strong man would smash at us women and end a rally. That doesn't happen anymore. You've got to build the rally now. You've got to think about where you're placing it. I think it's far more difficult nowadays.
Yeah, for sure. I'm of the opinion that the woman on a mixed doubles court is the most important player on court.
Yes.
She can really determine the way of the match. If she does a good job at covering the net, it's not a matter of pushing her to the net because she's the weak link. It's a matter of pushing her to the net because she has to win the match at the net.
Exactly. Oh, I'm absolutely 100% with you on that.
I knew that would make you happy, Dill.
Fabulous rally.
9-7.
Look at that defense.
The intensity on court is much higher now. The crowd is getting a little bit into it, and it's good.
5 straight points for the Japanese pair. Yes, that's good. I think that's another thing, building on the point that you've just made about the woman's got to win it from the front. Women tend to be more agile and supple than men. Men, obviously, genetics, you're much stronger than us females, so why not have both players playing to their strengths? So the woman can twist and turn a little quicker than men, perhaps. Men have got a harder smash, so of course that's the formation you would want.
And also you have to, when you play at the net, you have to make clever decisions most of the times. If you don't play the right shot, you're in trouble. And for us guys, if we take some of the top players in the world, like Chen Su and Fischer from Denmark and guys like that, work really hard and play with a lot of intensity, but doesn't necessarily often make the right choices when they play rallies.
Yeah.
But they get out of it because they can fight and they're fast and can cover the court. So they need a girl like Fischer needs Christina to make the clever choices, to block it to the net, to take the pace out of the rally.
Yeah.
And if you could find the right combination in that, you have a good mixed doubles.
Going wide.
Oh, it's too bad.
Yeah. So what was it we were saying in the opening game about the Olympic champions at pressure situations? They sense it within the game. And from 7-9 down, 4 straight points to go to the mid-game interval with the lead. So typical of them, isn't it?
They just keep playing.
Yeah.
I mean, they're down 9-7 and the Japanese pair is playing really well.
Yeah.
Playing the best badminton. Just keep playing, and they're up 11-9. Keep their level high. It's much more difficult than it sounds.
Only ever been in one final throughout their careers in mixed doubles. It was the US Open of 2012. Lost to Tony Gunawan and Vita Marissa in the final. Were you there?
No. It's been about 8 years since I played the US Open.
Play.
So a 2-point advantage. 11-9. Oh, that's clever.
Good. Matsutomo did an excellent job of playing it over the head of Zhao there. Great job.
9-11.
And exactly what you suggested a little earlier on.
You can see that Zhao just
11.
almost squats down and just waits for the drive from Matsutomo. When she played it over her head, the rally was over.
Hold.
I'm trying to vary the low serve by serving out wide, and I'm all for a bit of variation, but that was quite simply a little too loose.
Really important time now for the Japanese pair to stay in it. They can't let it slip away now.
of a smash, though, isn't it, from Zhang, aiming towards that right hip of Hayakawa. These are the mid-court shots that you were talking about earlier, isn't it? Taking it early.
Yeah.
Much flatter smash. Do you think that was by design? Or did he mishit that?
Not really. I think he just tried to hit it as hard as he could, and it worked. Almost the same picture as in the first game.
Yeah. They've opened up a 5-point cushion now. Defending champions. Well, they all count.
11, 15.
Sorry.
Yeah, hit the top of the net and went over. Oh, that serve was going out too, wasn't it? It was going wide of that centre line.
Service over. 16, 11.
Tell you what, I wouldn't like to serve to Zhang. Very intimidating, I think.
Yeah, it's very difficult. Yes, good variation on his serve returns as well. So it's you can't just serve at one place and kind of expect where it goes. He can do a lot of things with the shuttle.
17, 11.
She almost touched that. Certainly wasn't called. Japanese won the rally anyway, so I suppose that's all academic. Oh, service fault called. Racket not pointing in a downward direction.
18, serve.
Oh, no argument. Well, one has to think this is the last chance saloon for the Japanese pair. Making roads, otherwise it's going to be too late. That's the one you wanted. Oh, it's out!
That's too bad. That was more of the right tactics, and it made her defense a bit worse than it usually is. She played a bad shot to the net right there. Unfortunately, Matsutomo couldn't finish it.
Oh, yeah, it was just long. Yeah, it's a good flick serve. And with that good flick serve come match point opportunities. 7 of them to be precise for the defending champions. Yeah, well worked. Only needed the one opportunity. 21-14, 21-13. And the Olympic champions are still on course to defend their Yonex Open Japan title. Last year, they got a walkover in the final. This year, they're going to have to battle hard.
21-14, 21-13.
37 minutes and their semi-final victory is complete. 2 straight games, and Michael Fuchs and Birgit Michels await them in the final. The German combination coming through their semi-final against the Hong Kong pair. So we know the final for tomorrow as far as the mixed doubles is concerned, and the defending champions from China have a chance to retain their title. While they throw souvenirs to the fans, gives me a quick opportunity to thank Anders Christiansen for your company. Are you travelling to Indonesia tomorrow? Or?
We are going to Indonesia tomorrow, yes.
Well, that's a great shame from our perspective, because we would have loved to have had you in the commentary box once again as we see confirmation of the score. 21-14, 21-13, and the Olympic champions through to the final once more. So with the conclusion of that mixed doubles, it means that all 5 semi-finals this afternoon have now been concluded. It all started so well for Japan, with Masaki Matsutomo and Ayaka Takahashi winning their semi-final against the Korean pair. 2 straight games. It is remarkable that all 5 matches won and lost in straight games. The Olympic champion Li Xuerui making her first appearance here at the Yonex Open Japan, safely through against the number 4 seed. Had to wait for her 8th match point opportunity before she finally won that second game. Lee Chong-wei was very, very impressive. Tomorrow he will contest his 7th Japan Open final. As far as the world champions in the men's doubles are concerned, well, they won this title last year. Mohamed Hassan and Hendra Setiawan, they too are on course to retain their title, as indeed are the mixed doubles pair, the Olympic champions of Zhang and Zhao Yunlei. So, of course, we will be back with all the finals tomorrow. That's 1400 local time, that's 0500 GMT. Join us tomorrow for finals day at the Yonex Open Japan 2014. In the meantime, for more of us here in Tokyo, bye for now.
Full channel. Channel 1. Channel 2. Full channel. Channel 1. Channel 2. Full channel. Channel 1. Channel 2. Full channel. Channel 1. Channel 2.